SpaceX is now a public company. Everyone is talking about the stock price today. Almost nobody is talking about the document that came with it, the prospectus filed with the SEC before the shares ever started trading. That document is public. Anyone can open it. And buried inside it are the actual rules for who gets to sell and when.
Here is the part that matters most. SpaceX priced its shares at $135. If the stock trades 30% above that price, meaning around $175.50 for 5 out of any 10 trading days before the company reports its first earnings, something happens automatically. 10% of all the shares still held by early employees and investors becomes free to sell. Not in 6 months, immediately.
That number is not far away. Traders in the private markets had already been pricing this stock around $155 before it even opened, which is about 15% above the IPO price. So the trigger is not some distant target. It is roughly 13% above where the stock was already expected to land. One strong week could do it. Think about what that actually means. The more excited people get about this stock in the next few weeks, the faster a wave of insider shares becomes available to sell into that excitement. The rally itself is what unlocks the supply. That is not an accident. That is how the deal was built. Before going further, let me be clear about something. This is not a video saying SpaceX is a bad company. It launches more rockets than most countries. Starlink is already serving more than 10 million customers worldwide. The business itself is genuinely impressive. What we are talking about here is not the company, it is the structure of the deal, and those are two completely different things. On valuation, SpaceX went public valued at around $1.75 trillion against last year's revenue of about $18.7 billion. That works out to roughly $94 of valuation for every $1 of sales for a company that is not yet profitable. One respected independent research firm on Wall Street put SpaceX's actual value closer to $780 billion, less than half of where it opened. So when people say the deal favors everyone except the buyer, that is not an opinion. That is a math problem sitting in plain sight. Now, most big IPOs use a simple rule. Insiders cannot sell for 180 days after the stock starts trading. One deadline, one date, everybody either sells or they do not. SpaceX did not do that. Instead of one cliff, they built 5 separate release dates spread across a few months, plus 2 more triggers tied to earnings reports, plus the price trigger we just walked through. Spread the exits out across many small dates instead of one big one, and almost nobody outside the filing tracks all of them. Here is why that design choice matters. When Rivian's lockup ended in 2021, Ford announced it was selling its entire stake, and the stock dropped about 20% in a single day. When Uber's lockup expired in 2019, the stock hit an all-time low on that exact day. When Palantir's lockup ended in 2020, insiders, including Peter Thiel, sold tens of millions of shares, and the stock fell 13% in one session. Every single one of those dates was sitting in a public filing months in advance. Almost none of the people buying the stock at its peak were watching the calendar. Insiders, including Peter Thiel, sold tens of millions of shares, and the stock fell 13% in one session. Every single one of those dates was sitting in a public filing months in advance. Almost none of the people buying the stock at its peak were watching the calendar. SpaceX studied that pattern and built something smarter for insiders. Break the exit into a dozen smaller dates and 2 big earnings triggers, and the pressure never shows up as one dramatic headline. It just quietly drains out over 6 months. There is a second reason this staggered structure works in insiders' favor, and it has nothing to do with selling directly. New exchange rules let a company qualify for major stock indexes faster if enough of its shares are trading. The rules also give extra weight to companies with a small public float, meaning a tiny slice of shares actually trading can count as if it were 3 times bigger in the index math. As more insider shares unlock and enter the trading float, SpaceX becomes eligible for automatic buying from every index fund that tracks it. There is more than $600 billion sitting in funds like that. So the same unlock dates that free up insider shares to sell also trigger a wave of forced buying from index funds on the other side. That is not a coincidence. That is the mechanism. Now, about Elon Musk specifically. In the filing, he agreed to a personal lockup of 366 days, a full year, longer than anyone else at the company. He cannot sell a single share during any of the staggered unlocks, either earnings trigger or the price trigger. On the surface, that looks like total confidence from the founder. And to be fair, it is a real signal. But here is what that headline leaves out. Every other insider below Musk, the early employees, the venture investors, is not on that same long lockup. Their shares start becoming available within the next 90 days. By the time Musk's own lockup finally ends, over a year from now, everyone else will have already had 6 months of exit windows to sell into whatever demand is out there.
So, if you are actually interested in this company, and there are real reasons to be, here is the honest way to think about it. Buying today, right at the peak of the hype, right before the biggest wave of insider unlocking begins, is historically the worst entry point, based on what happened with Rivian, Uber, and Palantir. Writing the company off completely is also a mistake, because the underlying business is real. The better move is patience. Let the staggered unlocks finish. Let both earnings reports land so you are looking at actual numbers instead of speculation. 6 months from now, the stock will be priced based on reality, not on a countdown clock ticking inside a document you never got to see. That is the price actually worth paying attention to. The real lesson here is not about SpaceX at all. It is a habit. Before you buy any IPO, the deal mechanics matter more than the headline. The lockup schedule, the float rules, the trigger clauses, they are always sitting in a public filing before the stock ever starts trading. The information was never hidden, it was just never read.